Hello once again, this is VainRose. I just want to say thanks for you guys supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. It really does mean a lot to me. I know it's been a while since I last did a video with commentary. That's been because I've been busy with more important things. Plus, since the videos I do get more scrutiny now than they did in the past, I just put more focus into doing a good job with the videos I make. I hope you guys can understand that. I'm gonna do another video with commentary for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. This video I'm about to do is similar to a video I did for Mortal Kombat X a while ago. I'll just be showing you some things that you can use to beat the computer on whatever difficulty you choose to beat the computer on, the difficulty that you desire to beat the computer on, rather. And I hope you guys enjoy.
Catwoman. Batman.
I just like playing, well, I'm saying it wrong. I like playing the game on competitive mode, especially online, because it makes the game more fair, more balanced. Because from my experience playing with the competitive mode off online, the gear system can make the damage scaling and the health bars really overpowered, especially with the fact that that the difference between, you know, the player level, like I'm on level 59 right now, I believe, while somebody else, they could be on level 80 or level 90, and depending on what level they're on compared to an opponent is on, compared to the level that you're on, and you're playing with the gear system on, they could have a big health bar where they take way less damage, or depending on the buffs of the gear, can really make their combos hit harder than yours. I hope you can understand my point of view. I like the gear system, but I feel like the gear system I believe the gear system rather should have been disabled for online to make the matches balanced and fair from the beginning, and just kept the use of the gear mode for the single player events. I mean, I believe, you know, with customize the visuals of the gear system, that should stay, but it being active online, that I feel like should have been disabled. I hope you understand my point of view.
Fighters approaching Gotham City.
But one of the things I believe you should do if you're a new player to fighting games like this game, Injustice 2, I believe one of the things you should do is find a character, in the beginning, find a character that you want to play as, and once you find that character, you start learning combos with them, like these. My bad there, I didn't mean to drop it. Once you learn combos like that, for example, with the character you like playing as, the next thing you should do is you go to the pause menu in practice mode, and then you go to the move list, and then you go to the combo attacks. This is important because not all combo strings, like the ones you use for whatever character you like playing as, not all of them are safe. Some of them are unsafe. combo strings, well, one of the combo strings, some of them are safe for plus on block, where if you use them you won't get punished and you can use them in a block string. Then you have combos that are unsafe or negative, where if you use them and the opponent is blocking, it is possible that you get punished for it, and in some cases you could take a full combo punish. And when you look at the combo attacks, especially the ones you use for the characters you like playing as, the thing you should take into consideration is the startup, which is how many frames it takes for a combo string to come out. The recovery frames, which is how much time it takes for you to recover if a combo string you do is blocked. And then the block advantage, which just means how much you can use a combo string after it's blocked. The hit advantage is who can press buttons first after being hit. Reason why it's important to know, as far as the combo strings that you use, which combo strings are safe or plus on block, or unsafe or negative on block, is because if a match is on the line, if you're playing a computer or playing online against a good player, for example, you want to play safe as much as possible and make the opponent make mistakes and capitalize off their mistakes. Now I'm just going to show two of Catwoman's combo strings. One which is safe on block or plus on block, and one that's unsafe or negative on block. And as far as the block advantage, like this combo string here, back, triangle, X, and square, you want to take, as far as the block advantage, if you want that number to be, if it's negative, you want it to be as low as possible, or if it's positive, you obviously want that to be as high as possible. Because if a combo string, if it's negative, a negative value, if it's -6 or higher, if the value is negative, it's very unsafe on block and you're vulnerable to being punished. Like this combo string here, back, triangle, X, and square, is very negative on block because the block advantage is -28. Plus, it takes 43 frames to recover if the combo string is blocked. Now this combo string here, square, triangle, this combo string is safe on block or plus on block, where if the opponent blocks it, it is safe, and if they input a special move, as long as you block correctly, you won't get punished. I'm just going to show you what it looks like visually. The AI options, this is something I'm going to explain more in a second, but I just want to show why knowing plus frames and minus frames as far as combo strings that you use is so important. Now Catwoman's square triangle string, as shown, is safe on block, and if the opponent inputs a special move like Batman's slide kick, as long as you block correctly in that attack, you must block low. As long as you block correctly, Catwoman won't get punished, for example, for using that combo string. Now Catwoman's back, triangle, X square combo string is very unsafe on block, which I'm about to show. Now I've shown Catwoman's back, triangle, X square combo string is very unsafe because the block advantage is very negative, and then the recovery frames, it takes a lot of time to recover from using that combo string if it's blocked. It's important to know that because it takes more than just knowing what special moves are safe and unsafe to beat the computer, especially on higher difficulties like hard or very hard. And it's definitely important to know that online, because good players, for the most part, they're gonna know what special moves are safe or unsafe.
Harley Quinn. Green Lantern. Fighters approaching Atlantis.
The next thing I believe you should do to get a better grip on beating a computer for this game is, once you understand plus frames and minus frames as far as combo strings, the next thing you want to do is, in practice mode, go to the pause menu, then you go to AI options. What the AI options does, it allows you to set the dummy opponent that you're practicing on any difficulty you want. Like at the beginning of AI options, there's the enemy type option. You go down to AI to set the AI on any difficulty you want to. The next thing it does is it allows you to see what special moves are safe and unsafe. And when you're at the AI options, you scroll down to reversal mode. You want to turn that on. And what that does is, if you do a combo string on the dummy opponent on the reversal mode, you can set the computer to input special moves to see which special moves are safe and unsafe. When you scroll down to reversal attack and just scroll left or right, it'll show all the characters' special moves. And this includes special moves if the gear system is on, if you like playing with the gear system. It's important to know this because not all special moves on the game, as with Mortal Kombat X, for example, are not safe on block. And that's important to know, because if an opponent is inputting special moves that are unsafe, and you understand plus frames and minus frames with combo strings, you'll know which combo strings that you can use to punish an opponent if they're going through a period of inputting unsafe special moves. But something you should keep in mind is that there are some special moves, while they're unsafe on block, there's reaction time where an opponent can react and stop you from punishing them, whether it's blocking or the thing I see the most, the thing I've seen the most online is the opponent will poke to stop you from getting a full combo punish. And that's something you should keep in mind with some special moves. And now what I'm going to show you what it looks like visually, punishing a special move that's not safe. Oh, that was the wrong special move. Just gotta go back here. Yeah, let's use Lantern's Might. I didn't mean for it to take a few tries with punishing Green Lantern's might special move, but that special move is unsafe on block. You can definitely get a full combo punish. Yeah, I didn't mean to drop the combos there, but you know that happens in practice. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like to see a special move that is safe on block. Now Green Lantern's willpower wall, that is safe on block, and it has some pushback which prevents you from punishing it. I'm just going to show you as well some special moves in the game that while they're unsafe on block, there's reaction time where while it's unsafe, the opponent can react and stop you from punishing them.
Harley Quinn. Catwoman. Fighters approaching Gorilla City.
I don't mean to drop the combo. Now while Catwoman's cat dash is unsafe on block, there is reaction time, and I see this happen online a lot when playing against Catwoman players. There's enough reaction time where if you block the cat dash, when the Catwoman player does the cat dash on you, they'll poke you to stop you from getting a full combo punish. And Catwoman's cat dash is not the only special move that's like that.
Black Canary. Wonder Woman. Fighters approaching Gotham City.
Now, as shown there, Wonder Woman's Amethyst Bash is also unsafe on block, but there is reaction time where an opponent can poke you to stop you from getting a combo punish. And I've seen that happen online, and that's something you should always take into consideration with punishing special moves that are not safe on block. I mean, if you ask me, I'm hoping that they do a patch, NetherRealm, they do a patch where special moves like Wonder Woman's Amethyst Bash and Catwoman's Cat Dash, they make it completely unsafe on block. Because it makes punishing special moves easier. Because with Because with Batman and Sub-Zero, if an opponent inputs their slides, there's no reaction time for them. There's no reaction time for the opponent, rather, to stop you from punishing them, which I'll show.
Black Canary. Black Canary. Batman. Fighters approaching Arkham Asylum.
Now, as shown with Batman's slide kick, if an opponent inputs it and you block it, Batman has no reaction time to get even a poke in to stop you from punishing him. And I will show the same with Sub-Zero slide.
Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn. Sub-Zero. Fighters approaching Brainiac's ship.
I didn't mean to drop that other combo a few times. It's just that from my experience doing videos with commentary, it has been a little more challenging being consistent, but as shown there with Sub-Zero slide, as it is with Mortal Kombat X or any other Mortal Kombat game, if you block his slide, he has no reaction time to get even a poke in on you. And that's where I'm hoping that with special moves like Wonder Woman's Amethyst Bash or Catwoman's Cat Dash, they just make it completely unsafe where there's no reaction time, because it just makes punishing unsafe special moves easier. I hope you can understand my point of view. I say this because it's already to some degree bad enough that the game has a massive amount of zoning, and I would say a large part of winning on this game is knowing how to counter zoning. I hope you can understand my point of view. Now I'll show you guys some tips on how to beat the computer's version or the boss version of Brainiac.
Supergirl. Brainiac. Fighters approaching Brainiac's ship.
Now, I believe this is something I believe you should do, because it makes understanding how to beat the boss version of Brainiac that appears in the story mode on the battle simulator much easier. I believe one of the things you should do with whichever character you're trying to beat the boss version of Brainiac on, if you're struggling with it, is you go to Brainiac's ship, because that's where the Brainiac match on the simulator happens. The next thing I believe you should do is you go to the pause, you press pause and go to the pause menu, and then go down to practice options. What this does is you can adjust the damage info, set the super meter behavior, set the amount of super bars you want to start with, and set the behavior on the character power, and change the arena if the arena has stage transitions. But as far as understanding, getting a better grip rather when beating the boss version of Brainiac on the battle simulator, the thing that you should do first is set the super meter bars to 1 bar, because it's more realistic. Because in any match against the computer or online, you and the opponent is both going to start with it's either I think it's with 0 bars, but at 1 bar is realistic enough for you and the opponent to have. And then you also want to set the super meter behavior to normal, because that's more realistic as far as a match against a computer or an actual player online. Once you set that, then you go to AI options, and then you stay on enemy type. Then you scroll right to AI, and then you set it on any AI you want to set it on. But something I will say is that on the higher difficulties like hard or very hard, you really have to know plus frames and minus frames with combo strings, and know how to punish unsafe special moves. And of course you have to be consistent with combos, but for my case, let's just set it on hard, because as far as beating the computer on a higher difficulty, been doing it on hard, and let's leave it there. Now once you do that, one of the things you have to do against the computer's version of Brainiac, or the boss version of Brainiac that appears in the battle simulator at the end, is you have to know plus frames and minus frames, because it makes your job easier of getting the first hit and getting the bar super meter much easier, which I'll show. Yeah, that's what they get for being super cheap. Now, as shown through there, it's important to know plus frames and minus frames in addition to knowing what special moves are safe and unsafe on block, because it makes your job of beating the boss version of Brainiac on the battle simulator much easier. Especially with the fact that the boss version of Brainiac not only gets these super overpowered damage buffs, but he's getting these combos that the player version of Brainiac that you can practice with and play as is not getting. And after the latest patch, that drone he summons from the ground, which does ridiculously overpowered damage, now has an overhead option where if you're blocking low, it's gonna come from above and hit you. And it's important to understand plus frames and minus frames, as well as knowing what special moves are safe and unsafe, because one of the things you have to do against the boss version of Brainiac is rush in on him and stay close to him and make it hard for him to summon those drones. And something you want to do is from the mid screen, after you get a combo, you want to go for jump ins and overhead attacks to try to punish him when he's trying to summon those drones to take away, to try to stop you from winning the match, which I'll show. I ain't mean to drop the combo there. I'm just trying to show the jumping. This is something you got to be careful with too, because they will try to do a wake up X-ray. As I shown right there, what you want to do from the mid screen, like there, like here for example, what you want to do from the mid screen, from where Supergirl is standing to where Brainiac is standing, where I have the game paused, is if you get a combo on the boss version of Brainiac, after the combo ends, you want to go for those jump-ins from the mid-screen to try to make it hard for the computer to summon those drones to give you a better chance to win the match. You don't want to do it in the corner because Brainiac has those tentacles that he can summon from his back, which are unblockable, which is an anti-air. Now, as I've shown, as far as the battle simulators that I've uploaded to my channel, I've only done them on hard, and the story mode on hard, because from my experience practicing on very hard, the computer's input reading is much worse and overpowered than hard, and plus, that's too much for me to be dealing with the fact that the boss version of Brainiac gets ridiculously overpowered damage buffs and has these ridiculously overpowered combos that the player version of Brainiac does not get. And it would take much longer for me to upload battle simulators on very hard, and it would take away time from getting other videos done and get more important things done. I hope you guys can understand my point of view. Like, from my experience, like, as I've gotten better in fighting games, as far as NetherRealms games, like playing the arcade ladder, like post Mortal Kombat 9, post Mortal Kombat versus DC, it's not as fun as it used to be because they've made the computer cheaper. Because from my point of view, I believe they've been trying to encourage players to use the offline modes more to get better. But where I see it hasn't been working as far as like making the computer what it is now on the simulator is how the computer plays is not a representation of how actual players play. Like, from my experience playing online, one of the things that actual players do, but more so casual players, they do a lot of jumping. And then actual players have the tendency to overuse projectiles. You know? Players aren't spamming command grabs, for example, like the computer does. And then players are not reading inputs like the computer does. I hope you guys can understand my point of view. And if you ask me, I wish Mortal Kombat X had Injustice 2's AI, because if that was the case, I could have got more arcade ladders on Mortal Kombat X done, and maybe the story mode to Mortal Kombat X done. I hope you guys can understand my point of view. And something else I want to make clear is that regardless of what difficulty you see somebody on YouTube, for example, beat the computer on, that's not enough to say how good they actually are. Like, from my experience with playing the arcade ladder now, while being a competitive player or tournament player back to when I was a casual player, it's always going to be somebody out there that knows how to beat the computer better than you. And this is why, as far as this game, as far as the videos I make, the plan is to be uploading more online matches while I work on getting better as a tournament player, because as far as fighting games go now, my biggest goal is to become a top player or veteran player in tournaments and have a chance to make like a top 8 or be playing in the grand finals of a tournament with a chance to win a big prize. I hope you guys can understand my point of view. As far as like the characters I play, I'm not trying to be the next Samiji or Revit Leafing or Young Monster, for example, but if I stop competing in tournaments, I won't realize how good I can be. You know? And plus, another thing, as far as when I was a casual player, I just got bored of playing the arcade ladder on higher difficulties. And plus, I always want to stay motivated to get better. I'm just saying this because I want you guys to understand my point of view of why I decided to become a tournament player and start playing in tournaments and work on getting better in tournaments. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a casual player, but I don't want to just keep playing fighting games at home. I want to actually be competing in offline majors or offline events where tournaments are being held at. That's something I'm working on doing, playing in offline tournaments to take my game in fighting games to the next level. I hope you guys can understand that. I hope this video helps you guys get better at beating the computer on whatever difficulty you want to beat it on, and this will definitely help with online, because especially with casual players, a lot of casual players from my experiences playing online are not going to understand plus frames and minus frames with combo strings. A lot of casual players from my experience playing fighting games online, they just go on the AI options and just go on reversal mode to see which special moves are safe and unsafe. That was something I used to do, but from watching a YouTube video Jay Glees did a little while ago on understanding the frame data for this game, it made me realize that just knowing special moves, which special moves are safe and unsafe, is not enough to become a better player. You have to understand what combo strings are safe and unsafe, and which combo strings are unsafe but there's reaction time that a player has to prevent them from being punished for playing unsafe. That's important to know, because again, knowing what special moves are safe and unsafe alone is not enough to win. And a lot of casual players do that, but that's not understanding the frame data at the level you should understand it at. Because any good player, for the most part, they're going to know what special moves are safe and unsafe. And you have to bring another aspect to the game to beat the computer, especially on higher difficulties, and to beat good players. I hope you guys can understand my point of view, and I hope this video helps you not only with the computer but with online. And something I will try to do is do commentary on some consistent basis, since it's been a while since I last did it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you soon.